Hey guys, it's TheFrXion here, or Tiger Tank 12, however you want to call me, I don't really care. And today we have a little live commentary gameplay in my T26 E4, aka the Super Pershing. And, well, as always, I have a different topic prepared since this is a commentary and I just don't want to show you guys gameplay since you can play the game by yourself. Oh, hit the wrong key there, unfortunately, the keyboard. Well, I've been playing World of Tanks for 5 years, ever since it has been released in 2011, and I think it's a great game. Free to play. Oh wait, is it a fair free to play model? That is a different discussion, but it definitely is a lot of fun. Now, you know I've started a lot of videos with these exact words that I've been playing Wolf Tanks for a long time and I've been enjoying it for a long time. The thing is just that I'm playing on the NA server. And you might ask yourself, well, what is the problem on the NA server? Well, unfortunately, well, I actually wanted to sign up for the EU server, but I signed up on the wrong website and my account got linked to the American server side, of course, to NA. I kind of gotten into the wrong area, but of course I've enjoyed the NA server tons. I really enjoy World of Tanks. I do not care if I'm on the NA server or the EU server, but the problem is that the NA server is losing players, and that in a very rapid succession. Unfortunately, World of Tanks, I mean, it is 5 years old. There are a lot of people who have played this game at the beginning and are still playing this game, but there are obviously a lot of people who just dropped in and then dropped out again. And unfortunately, there are a lot of people who've stopped playing the game for various reasons. Maybe they have achieved everything they wanted in their World of Tanks career, or they are not happy with certain game mechanics or changes that Wargaming has done in a lot of patches. Now obviously that doesn't sound too bad. I mean, this game is 5 years old, and I don't want to make it sound worse than it already is, or than it actually is. I mean, I'm still able to find lobbies with no problem, but people are worried that the NA server might just be shut down because a lot of people have kind of left or stopped playing very actively. If you're, I can show you that afterwards in the garage. Unfortunately, this Cromwell B, no, he's dead. They are currently, as I'm playing on the NA East server, since it is closer to me than the West server, there are only 4,000 people online at this time of day. Now obviously I am in a very different time zone, and it is not prime time, it is even a weekday. Since we're at Tuesday right now, people do not have a lot of time to play the game right now. But a year ago, at this time, there were about 15,000 people online, and you can see that that is a very drastic drop in players. Now, World of Tanks is not dying in any way. I mean, they are still, as long as Wargaming is active and there are no problems with finding a lobby, World of Tanks is still gonna be alive. But right now, the dwindling player base shows us that there are certain problems with the game because a lot of people have stopped playing this game out of frustration. And they have various reasons for that. May it be the... oh, nice shot. May it be the artillery that is still broken in a lot of people's opinions. May it be the matchmaking system where people get thrown into higher tier games where they cannot do anything against. May it be the slow research, credit farming for people who do not have premium tanks or premium time or even generally the time to play this game. And one of the other reasons is maybe just that World of Tanks, we've seen everything. We've played this game, or the different game modes to World of Tanks tens of thousands of times, and we are just kind of getting sick and tired of the same stuff. Wargaming, I think, well, they're obviously not stupid. I mean, they're a company, they're trying to make money, but they see that the player base is dwindling. They see it because they own the servers, they see it the best. Now, what can Wargaming do? Now, obviously, I'm no expert. I've been playing this game for 5 years. I've been there since the beginning. I've witnessed every stage. OP tanks, then nerf tanks, then again OP other tanks, then artillery being... I mean, artillery was way worse back in the days. I mean, it was so accurate, pinpoint accurate, really. It was like firing a missile at a tank, and almost every single shot was a hit. The T-92 had like the arc of the Object 261 now. Okay, that's maybe a little bit over-exaggerated, but you get my point. Wargaming has tried a lot of things, and I think they have not been inactive with their updates. They've added new tanks to keep us grinding, to keep us interested. They have added new nations, all that kind of stuff. But still, somehow, they're still losing players. As you can see up top, the East server, 4,233 online right now. It is obviously not the prime time. It is a Tuesday. And because of time difference, I mean, people are probably still asleep or at work. Or they're just not playing the game. But people expect World of Tanks to always have people that are playing it because, I mean, it's a game. You need other players to be able to play, right? So that is one of the issues that we have right now. We're facing this, and a lot of people are kind of concerned that they will maybe close one server and add West and East together, which I don't think is that much of a problem, but maybe for other people who do not have a good ping on the East server and can only play on the West server because their ping there is stable. Now, I'm not sure what Wargaming can do to tackle this problem, because in my opinion they are doing a lot of stuff. One of the points, if you look at it as a player, because of course we have our own perspective. They're the developers. They may play the game, but they have their developer perspective right now on the game, on the state of the game. We can actually bring much better feedback. Like, I've seen a lot of people being completely frustrated with certain aspects of the game, and one of the points that I've seen most commonly in World of Tanks, and even I myself see it a lot by myself, is the lack of teamwork in the game and the overflowing amount of bots that we have, or just people who do not know how to play their tanks at the specific tier, and who just kind of ruin certain matches for other people. I've met a lot of people who stopped playing this game because of the pubs, and they're just not happy with the state of that. Now, obviously, this is not going to be one of the things Wargaming can change for themselves, because, I mean, it's a community issue. Some people are just good at the game, some are not. Everybody can learn, but if you cannot get better, and even if you're trying and you're learning, I mean, it is just a way. It's just like that. You can't change anything like that. But what Wargaming can do, they can fight the bot epidemic. But a lot of people already have now the assumption or the conspiracy theory that Wargaming is putting the bots into the game by themselves because the staggering player bases right now. They're trying to get the to rise the player base. And right now, I'm playing this game like up and down. I've really started to get back into the game, and I did not have any issues with lag or stuff like that. But the teams have been driving me a little bit mad from time to time. But I mean, that can't be the only issue. Artillery as well. The camo rating of tank destroyers drives some people nuts, and I think a lot of those things can be tackled by just educating these people on how certain game mechanics work, like camo rating and all that stuff. But there are just some people who will never try to improve themselves in the game and who will always look for someone else to blame instead of looking for the obvious reason in their own skill. Now, yeah, that is one of the issue that the North American server is facing right now, the staggering player base. I would really love to know your opinion on the matter. Do you think no, excuse me. Do you think World of Tanks in North America is going to completely fall apart, or do you think wargaming can still turn the boat around and stop it from crashing into a big iceberg that is called no players on board? No idea. Yeah, this is just a little video, a little commentary, and I hope I see you guys in the next one.